Hey, and hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Vivillon Countdown to Christmas Shiny Vivillon, Shiny Vivillon bonus streams things. But yeah, this is where I'm like counting down to the holidays by doing bonus streams, hunting for shiny Vivillons. Hi Xander, Tenchi, Sarah, and I think that's most of everyone who's typed in chat, but if I missed anyone, let me know. And let's get right into the game and we'll figure things out. How are we all doing? Good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. I am once again playing in the dark. We have 7, count 'em, 7 Vivillon so far. Today, we're hoping to get an 8th, and the cat is going nuts outside, even though I just put down 2 different kinds of food for him. Because that's how badly behaved he is, and how indignant he is. How dare he? How dare he insult me? Okay, anyway, Bark. No, let's hunt for some Vivillon. I think I kind of know what Vivillon I'm gonna go for like the remaining 2 weeks or whatever. Because basically we've got this week and we've got next week, and then that's it for the Vivillon bonus streams. Yesterday we kicked off week number 2. I know that Sunday is like the last day of the week and not the first day of the week, but we're doing like Sunday through to Friday, so it's like 6 days in a row. It's easier to say Sunday's the first day. But yesterday we kicked off week number 2, and today we're gonna get into our second episode of week 2, the 2/2s, all the 2s, 22. But it's not the 22nd, it's just the 9th of December, and it's our 8th shiny hunt. So let's go on the Poké Portal. Let's get our phone. This is the bit where I do boring stuff on my phone and have to pretend like I'm not multitasking whilst also multitasking. And where I have to go into my game and get all my postcards up and all that lovely stuff. Whilst doing, so on one hand I'm using my phone, and then on the other I'm using my controller, and I go down one too far on the thing there, and it's all just it's a load of lovely stuff. Let me just check very quickly. Hold on. I think I know where I want to go today. Although, hang on. Let me just double check my actual Vivillon before I do this. How about that? Why don't we double check the Vivillon to make sure? I think this is the one I want, right? Asante Sana from Savannah. There we go. Okay. Why did I sing a song from The Lion King when I'm not going for one from Africa? See, that I should sing that before doing one from Africa, but oh well. Okay, so let's go into our postcards, and then we're going to go through. Now, I think this is from, like, my unknown trainers, but let me just double check. Yeah, it's really annoying. The game lists your postcards, but it lists your postcards, but then it also doesn't but then it'll sort of say like unknown trainer for ones where it's like, but I think this person was on my friend list though, so like why isn't it like showing up? Anyway, Bark, I believe I have found, here we go. So I think that this is the one. Please, for the love of Nelly, let this get us the Vivillon that we need. Otherwise, we are going to have to do some, like, egg hunting in Sword and Shield or something like that. So I'm going to send on there. I'm going to press the A button there. We're going to press OK. We're going to hold up our phone. And then we'll go and do this. But sorry, Darkness, my old friend. Hello, sorry, I did see you right as I was starting to do the phone thing, and then I was thinking the phone thing would be quicker, and then it took a whole load of time, and then, here we are, like, 5 minutes later, and, yeah, not great. So I do apologize for taking some time to say hello there. Oh, speaking of taking our time and people coming into the chat and all that lovely stuff, let me plug my phone in. If you have not clicked like on this riveting stream, could you please do so right now? I know the Vivillon streams are always going to get fewer likes and views than the Dynamax adventures, but I would so hugely appreciate it if you guys were able to do that. Thank you. Okay, so let's go up here. Oh, the lighthouse. Oh, there's actually not anything else there obstructing it for once. How nice is that? Usually there's like a raid down there blocking the way. Conor already has Cure and Blacephalon, and what about Moltres though? Do you have Moltres? Because those aren't my... I still have the Moltres ticket. If you need the Moltres, I still do Moltres. Plus, we do the wild card, so never forget we do the wild card. That's why we have the wild card, because, you know, sometimes we do have people who have all three. We do have people who have, like, all three of my tickets. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But that's why we do the wild card, so that people... oh, you meant to say Moltres and not Reshiram. Fair enough. But what about the wild card, though? Ooh, like, do you have, like, Lugia or Mesprit or the Ultra Beasts or... we have a lot of them. We have a lot of them. Here we go. The Vivillon. Hang on. Let's sneak around in the grass for a sec. Hold on. And then we'll... You there, boy. Yes. Did we startle it? Oh, what? See, how did that not get startled? How did it not get startled? We hit it from behind from like a bajillion miles away. Okay, quick ball, go. Critical capture. Oh, it's not a critical capture. For the love of Nelly. Ugh. Oh, when you're using safeguard. Oh, this could... Oh, this is getting worse and worse. But look at this. This is the Savannah Vivillon from Brazil. Brazil. If you understand that reference, kudos. That might be very niche. I don't know. I don't know if only people in England would understand that, or if that was like more of a worldwide thing. But if you do, congrats. They are nice, aren't they? They actually look really good in 3D. They look better in these games than they do in Pokemon Go, I must say. Right, false swipe. More like a false bite. Okay, safeguard. Yeah, you already set it up, Vivillon. You already set it up. Okay, it reminds me of an Electrike. It does, a little bit. I know why you say that. Right, okay, so let's get the netball. If it's a girl, Vivillon, we can call it Annette. Please don't leave. Okay, we're good. Quick ball matches it as well. I know, that's why I wanted the quick ball. We'll have to hope that for the shiny we get the quick ball. Okay, so Asante-san. Oh, that's why I was saying, because it's like Asante-san, a squash savannah. I know it's like a squash banana, but anyway. Okay, so there is the Savannah Vivillon. Hey there, Mr. Sunflower. You're not shiny, are you? Just need to check. Okay, so look, we've got a load of poor me, poor Mo, poor Mott. Right, let's make our Vivillon sandwich and get into this. Guys, how many sandwiches do you think it will take to find this Vivillon? We have, statistically, I think we've generally had one sandwich every... I think we've had like... So if we've got 7 Vivillon, we've had one... I repeat, one... we've had one time where we didn't get it after like 3 sandwiches. One time where we didn't get it after like it took us 2 sandwiches. I think all the others have been 1 sandwich. So 1 sandwich is the safe bet. Wow, Beau, I feel like it's sad that it took me so long to get the Annette joke. Okay, no worries. Right, okay. So let's set up the picnic. Okay, here we go. Because we're already like 10 minutes into the stream and I've not made the sandwich yet. Okay. So, the picnic has been set. What do you want to do? I would like to make a sandwich. Okay. So, we're going to make a sandwich. And then here we go. The jambon bear. Okay, creative mode. So we're going to go 2 cherry red tomatoes, an onion, and a green bell pepper. And then we're going to get our burger, because you can't make a burger sandwich without a burger. We're going to make our bitter Herba Mystica bitter sandwich, because, you know, bitter has been better, we've found. And there we go. Sarah says 1, Darkness says 1. Tenchi, oh, I finally got in the kitchen and made your cookies. Oh, well, good. I hope they're in an airtight container. Oh, whoop, the joystick drifted there. Oh, that's not good. But I do think that that's more of a Scarlet Violet thing rather than just a general Nintendo Switch thing. Right, now we have to do the very carefully placed cherry red tomatoes. Oh, Bobby. Oh. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. We gotta be very careful. I'm hunting for cherries. Okay. Oh gosh, that's so scary. I do not like this chat. I do not like this. I do not like this man called Cherry. I do not like that they're very smelly. Okay, let's... Oh, gosh. 1, 2... Oh, gosh. 3... Oh, but then where did the onion go? Where did the onion go? Oh, gosh. Okay. 1 onion. 2 onion. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put the third one on here. Oh, my gosh. Right, hang on. We're going to move the bread all the way to the top left, okay? Like, I am not kidding when I say all the way to the top left. It didn't move! With the pin! The pin through the cherry! Yeah! Oh, it just missed the cherry. But, okay, we will take that. That is my most successfully made sandwich. Apart from that one. There was one I did that really was perfect, wasn't there? But yeah. I would suggest putting them on the last... but here's the thing, Tenchi. I was going to sort of call you Chansey. No, Tenchi. I have explained why I don't put them on last. Because they're so, like, round and precarious, you can't put them on anything, like the peppers and the onion. But the other thing as well, the reason why I have to put them on first is because when you put that burger on, it zooms out the camera, and then they're harder to put on. And the thing is, you need to put them on in precise places, because they all just, like, bump off each other. And when you don't, and so... You know, the best way to make them not bump into each other is when you can place them precisely, but you can only do that before you put the burger on. So I do the tomato first, because that's like a nice flat layer, but then like the rest of it, you have to, you then have to go for them. You have to put them on early. I put them on after the tomato just because, again, you don't want those flat tomatoes trying to balance on a load of like round little cherry tomatoes. But it's basically... I would love to put them on last, but like it's too hard. Right, look at all these beautiful butterflies. Actually I have to give it to these ones. These ones are especially nice. I almost think these might be the nicest ones we've seen. It's funny that my sort of beloved English ones, they're green, but I actually think they're some of like the weakest ones they have, unfortunately. Because they're sort of like a dark green, and they're just kind of plain, you know. The other ones have all these cool, like, stripes and patterns, and the garden one is just kind of garden variety, dare I say. Okay. I think I told this story on the Vivillon stream last night, so I did sort of talk about it during Dynamax Adventures today, and I apologize for repeating the story. I mentioned about how tomorrow, so I sort of said, oh, on Tuesday morning, but now... That's tomorrow. So Tuesday morning, i.e. tomorrow, I had a dentist appointment booked, but it was kind of just like a general dentist appointment rather than like one of my cleaning ones or whatever. So it'd basically just be them looking at my tooth and be like, my teeth and being like, yep, you still have teeth. You know, and maybe being like, here's an x-ray, you know, maybe like doing an x-ray and going like, oh, okay, this is how they're doing. But the simple fact is, if they, like, x-rayed them and said, oh, you need to have this stuff done, I can't afford to have anything done right now. So it's kind of pointless being given, like, sort of a bunch of instructions for something when I can't afford to do anything right now. And I was a bit worried as well. I was like, well, what if they want to do a bunch of stuff like x-rays as part of the, like, general appointment? And then, like, you know, and then it, like, costs a load of money, and it's like, basically, I'm paying a load of money. See, that one looks so shiny in the distance. I'm going to quickly take a video just to... because that one looks so shiny. But, like, but yeah, like, what's the point in sort of paying money for a bunch of, like, say, tests and stuff, potentially, if they're going to turn around and just say, yeah, like, we kind of recommend that maybe, like, you do this stuff, or maybe did you... Like, either a test to be told I'm fine... and that nothing's changed, or to be told, oh, hey, some stuff has happened. Because as far as I know, my teeth have been fine ever since I've had the extraction. I know that in a few years I might need to do something, but right here, right now, they're still good and they're the same as they were like a few months ago. So it's just one of those things where I can't afford to do anything too superfluous or anything, and it's like if I had a choice between just doing some tests on my teeth to be told I may or may not need more stuff done that I can't afford to get done, so I won't be getting it done anyway, or getting groceries, I'm gonna pick the groceries. Apparently people don't use the word groceries anymore. That's a joke. If you understand that reference, kudos. But yeah, But yeah, so anyway, Bark. So I'm not going to the dentist. So for any of you who wished me luck or who are planning to wish me luck tonight, like, yes, Beau was going to go to the dentist Tuesday morning, I shall wish him luck tonight during his Vivillon hunt. There is no need to. May all your well wishes hold all your well wishes. May all your well wishes be held, for they are now not needed, at least until my, like, dental cleaning in January, I suppose, maybe. Something like that. But, yeah, but honestly, I'm hugely relieved. Oh, and I talked about how, like, it was funny because I talked about how I'd had a dentist before who I, like, wasn't really that keen on, but actually it was going to be with a different lady. So, but next time I book one, I'll try and book the new lady and I'll see how it goes. And then we can kind of take it from there. But yeah, but honestly, I'm just kind of like relieved because I was just sort of worried about what if this thing costs a lot? What if they try and like start lecturing me about stuff I need to do, but I like can't afford to do it? Because the thing is, I just hate being lectured about stuff that I like can't do. Like, oh, you should be doing this and you should be doing this. It's like I can't afford to, like, you know. And don't get me wrong, like, there are people who understand that and are cool about that, and most people are generally cool about that. If you say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford that, most people go okay. But you do get some people who are like, oh, but you really should, though. And it's like, oh, yeah, sorry, I'll just grow some money out of my money tree that I have hidden in my pocket. Yes, of course, that's what I'll do. And it's just really annoying when people kind of do that. I'll tell another story in a second, but... Yumna, hi! You're in a quest searching for English VAs and what they're doing while on strike, and you finally found my channel. Yay! Well, thank you. Lovely to be here. Kieran, you still use that word. I know, I think most people do, Kieran. I think most people do. But no, Yumna, hang on, Yumna, sorry, or is it Yumna? Sorry, forgive me. Let me know how you pronounce it. But no, lovely to see you. Yeah, this is what wow, okay, you're like one of the first people to have like come into the streams, like knowing that there's a video game strike, because I've talked about some of my sort of slight frustration and disappointment that, like, yeah, just a lot of like sort of gamers don't know that there's a strike. And I don't say that as a slight towards gamers. I say it towards, say, like, you know, the efforts of the strike for kind of like not effectively getting the message out there. Like, I feel like 4 months into this thing that like every single gamer, at least like in like the USA and perhaps like English speaking countries, but like if there's anyone who's like quite like a, you know, I would call quite like an experienced gamer and they game a lot, they should know that there's a strike. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't. So please know how lovely and wonderful it is to be like, oh my gosh, someone actually knows about the strike. Oh my gosh, someone actually knows about the strike. Because we need more people to like know about it so they can like hear out our stories and be on our side. But yeah, and in answer to your research, I am doing the strike stream. Well, actually, no, these aren't the strike streams. These are, if you look through my live tab on my channel, you will see I do the strike streams, which is where I do Dynamax adventures in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and that's what I'm doing. These are just some bonus streams. Get it? Because my name is Beau. Please don't leave. But these are just sort of some bonus streams I'm doing. It's like a countdown to Christmas, kind of like Advent sort of thing almost, but with Vivillon. So yeah, but this is what I'm doing. I'm shiny hunting. The short answer to your question is, what are you doing, Beau, during the strike? I'm shiny hunting, and I'm broadcasting it live in the hope of getting ad revenue and super chats and Wonga. Do you know what Wonga is? Wonga's fun. But yeah, but that's what I'm doing right now. Because, yeah, I'm getting way fewer auditions, unfortunately. And unfortunately, like, video games is, like, most of what I do as a voice actor. So the strike has been very, very rough on me. But I kind of thought, hey, if I can't perform voiceover for video games, maybe I can play them. And not just for people, but with people. Because the Dynamax Adventures is, like, a 4-player cooperative mode. So I have a lot of fun playing with my chat, and I'm very, very fortunate to have sort of gathered and sort of cultivated a very lovely community of people who are not only good at playing Dynamax adventures, but are just very nice and lovely and supportive as well. So yeah, sorry for the waffle, but hopefully, that's very sweet. I like your comment there about the event quest. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I know, it's a very weird situation. Unfortunately, I can't say too much about it, but it must be, that's the thing, from like a gameplay, but see, here's the thing, Yunma. Yumna. Sorry, I'm sorry if I keep saying that wrong. I want to say Yunma rather than Yumna. But so I do apologize if I keep saying that wrong. But no. But the thing is, so yeah, I have to be careful with what I say. But this is the thing, and I want to say this, and I think this is important for me to say every once in a while. You know, the video game strike, due to the nature of video games, not a lot of people are going to really know or feel the impact of the strike outside of the actors who now have less money, like, because they're not working anymore. But in terms of, like, the audience, like, gamers, gamers are generally not going to feel it. Now, the example you gave of, like, no voices is actually one of the most prominent examples. And it's kind of one of those things where, but, like, this is kind of what sort of strikes are meant to achieve in a way. You know, they're meant to kind of be sort of disruptive and attention-grabbing. Because how would gamers know that something is going on unless a game suddenly didn't have a load of voices in it? Like, that's quite a striking thing, right? Get it? Strike. It's a striking strike. So that's kind of a thing. And so it's kind of about, like, trying to get attention and trying to get, like, fan bases to, you know, realize our plight and realize our situation and realize just the few little things we're asking for. Like, we're really not asking for much. We're not being, like, tyrannical a-holes who are being over-demanding and greedy or anything like that. We just want some, like, basic, like, fairness and things like that, you know? So that's what we want, and so, you know, not like every single video game out there is gonna then do that, is not then gonna be fair, but if, like, kind of, if a lot of games kind of get that publicity, get that recognition, then it means that other ones are gonna, you know, other people are gonna pay attention. If a particular fan base of gamers have noticed something and have been impacted in some way from, like, some kind of strike action, then it makes other people pay attention. You know, people are gonna be like, oh, I play this game and there's, like, no voices in it. It's like, what? Yeah, there's just, like, no voices in it. The characters, there's just, like, text but no voices. Like, that's a big deal, and like, so if the word gets around, then other people can be like, whoa, like, that's what actors want and are fighting for. Like, yeah, that's totally reasonable. And then the gamer base can kind of put pressure on the studios, be like, hey, give actors just, like, fair treatment and stuff like that. So, you know, that's kind of what it's all about. And but yeah, and because, and I've sort of talked as well, again, the other thing, so you might have a few games with no voices. The other thing you're going to find as well, which is very, very scummy and very scabby and scummy, the two SCs, scam and scabs, scummy and scab and scum, is you're going to hear some things where characters get replaced. You are going to hear voices of characters where they have an established voice, and the actors can't record right now because they're on strike, and the sort of, I mean, the best thing to do would be to agree to our terms and stuff like that so that we can keep on working, because it's not that all video games are not working, it's just that, you know, some video games still are, because they've gone, yeah, no, that's fine, we'll agree to your, you know, requests, because they're not really a big deal. But there are other people or there are other companies that are not accepting them. And the two things that those companies can do is let voices go mute, which is, you know, there's kind of like a, you know, obviously it'd be nice if we could work on sort of the terms we want, but hey, at least we're not getting replaced. But then there are people there are, like, studios replacing people, and it's sad, and it's something you are going to see. And again, the thing I say is, if there are, like, official videos released and stuff like that, like a promo, like, oh, hey, here's this character is back, but then they have a different voice, say something, thumbs down the video, get people to know, get gaming websites to, you know, write about it, get so that more people know about it. Like, it's this kind of stuff that, like, please do it, because the thing is, because we're on strike, we can't kind of, our hands are tied a little bit and stuff like that. Like, we can't be, like, that vocal about things. But, like, you guys can be. You guys have the power. And if the gaming companies think, uh-oh, we made a mistake, we cheesed some people off, and we cheesed people off who play our games, like, they will run tail and go back on their bad decisions. Okay? Public pressure does work. We're kind of seeing it in politics right now with public pressure. Like, sorry, I don't mean to get, like, too political, but we've seen, like, you know, the incoming administration, you know, the president-elect and whatever is nominating people. The Attorney General, you know, there was a nomination for the Attorney General. He has a very sketchy history and past and stuff like that. And it got, you know, people kind of knew about it, but it got back out there again. And there was a lot of public pressure, like, hey, you can't make this person the Attorney General. And he backed out. It happens. And we're probably going to see more of these people who they want to try and appoint, but who have kind of sketchy backgrounds and stuff like that. Who are going to be scrutinized. Like, please scrutinize people who have done things that are not cool. Because it works. Like, we've seen it happen in politics. I think it can happen in video games. So, yeah. So anyway, Tenchi, in answer to that, maybe, that may be happening. So, and when I say like, make your voices heard and stuff like that, do not be rude, do not, like, be violent or sexist or racist or anything like that, okay? You can be perfectly civil whilst also letting these companies know your disappointment and know that you are upset with them. Do you know what I mean? You, like, if you talk to these companies like a disappointed parent, there is nothing more painful than, like, the words of a disappointed parent. Like, you know, I thought you were better than that, but I guess you're not. Like, if a parent ever said that to you, it's like the most heartbreaking thing ever. I don't think my parents have ever said anything like that, but sometimes they do things that make you feel that way. Just making you feel that way is bad. But so if you say it to these companies, if there are official ways to leave them comments, whether they have if they have feedback sections, if they have official videos and social medias that you can post to, if they post about, hey, here's this character, and, like, he sounds different now though, like, then, you know, let it be known, please. Like, let it be known. Cause enough of a stink so that then, like, a gaming publication says something about it. Oh, this video game is replacing actors during a strike. Because there's one thing about replacing actors who just don't want to do roles anymore, or, you know, whatever it is, kind of thing. But during a strike is, like, a big no-no. That's not a cool thing. That's, like, culturally not a good... I understand that some companies are, like, say... mainly foreign companies, and then they, like, operate in America, but these companies have to know that, like, no, if you're in America and you replace people, like, in America during a strike, that's not good. That's like not a good look. Like, let them know this stuff, because they may not really even realize, like, how big a boo-boo they are making. They may just think, oh, well, like, you know, they may not realize, but, like, make them realize. You know, make it public, make it big. But again, we as, like, the actors, unfortunately can't always do that kind of thing, but, like, you guys, the fans, can. So please, if you hear a voice and it's different and it suddenly sounds crud, I'm trying to avoid swearing. I wanted to use an SH word. If there is a character you like, and then, like, oh, that character's back, and then they suddenly sound like, they suddenly sound like ship. If they suddenly sound like a ship, you know what I'm trying to say. If they suddenly sound like a ship, then you kind of know, like, oh wow. And again, you don't write in all caps. Don't be, like, you know, like, sort of, you know, like, be mad but don't be furious or whatever. But, like, calmly and rationally tell these people, you know. Do you have VA friends that impacted so bad from this strike? Yeah, no, a lot of people are hurting right now. A lot of people are really hurting right now. It's not good. You know, I am in a very precarious situation myself. Again, I don't know about like everyone else, but a lot of people are finding it very rough. Some people are in positions where like they're sort of doing okay, or their careers are good enough where it's sort of more of like a, you know, sort of disappointing inconvenience rather than anything else. But there are people where like video games are like a lot of their work, and it's hurting them to not do it, or maybe they don't have like convention clout or whatever. So it's tough stuff. It's tough stuff. So yeah, it's just, so, you know, if there are people where, again, there are some people who are quite, like, well off, and they are, like, still doing fine and stuff like that. So I'm not saying, like, don't support those people, but do, like, find the people who are, like, hurting the most from this and help them out. Subscribe to their channels, like their stuff, you know, click that thumbs up button. Have you clicked the thumbs up button yet? You know, please do all that stuff. Guys, can we do some stars and sparkles and sparkles and stars? Because we are... Oh no, Scarlet is doing the glitchy thing. Crud. Yeah, we need those stars and sparkles and stars in chat. Because we only have about 10 minutes left of this sandwich. Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh, I hope we get this Vivillon in like 10 minutes. Because, I hope we get it in 10 minutes. I don't want to make another sandwich. Let me just check. But yeah, Sarah makes a really interesting point there that I'll address in a sec. Hang on. Gamers used glare. Companies became paralyzed. Exactly, Theo. You guys do have that power. Again, like companies do not want negative publicity. Okay, like people. So if there's like a game that say if there's like, you know, like a Nintendo game or something like that, you know, if something's gone wrong in a Nintendo game and it's posted on like a big gaming website, like if the like, you know, PlayStation and Xbox people are even hearing about it, it's like, oh crud, you know, like that's not good. People don't want, like, even the if even the non-Nintendo people are hearing something, it's like, oh no. And you know, same for like PlayStation. And again, I am a Nintendo guy, so like, you know, if I hear something bad when it comes to like PlayStation or Xbox, it's like, oh, you know, they done goofed up, you know, when like I'm hearing about it, because I just stick to Nintendo stuff. And, you know, and the vice versa is true, where, like, you know, you get people where, you know, I'll tell them stuff because I'm a Nintendo guy, and then they'll be like, yeah, I heard about that, like, oof, and it's like, wow, you heard about that, and you're not a Nintendo person, you know? So, you know, you guys have the power, and I know there's probably not a whole load of people watching this stream right now, so maybe I'm kind of just preaching to an empty void. But, you know, a Mexican wave, if you've ever been in a stadium, it only takes about 7 people to make a Mexican wave going, to get a Mexican wave going. And, like, you know, hey, if there's, like, 7 people watching right now, you 7, like, all post comments on, like, a video or something. If there's, like, an actor you like getting replaced, if all the people watching this stream now commented, like, hey, did you replace so-and-so during a strike? That's, like, really scummy, you know? I'm really, like, if you did that, I'm really disappointed in you. Or that's really disappointing that you replaced like, if you replaced so-and-so during a strike, that's really, you know, that's really disappointing, and I thought that you were better than that as a company. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, comments like that, if, like, a load of people post a comment like that on, like, the official, you know, announcements or whatever, it can make a difference. It can make a difference. Or at least you have to believe it can, yeah. So, but that's kind of what my philosophy is during this strike. Like, we have to kind of get our messages out there. And I don't think that that's kind of like something we're kind of doing enough, but it's what I'm trying to do. No, Kieran, you're okay. You're not being too negative or anything, I don't think. But yeah. Oh, yeah, no, please share this channel with people. Yumna, my birthday is in less than a month. In fact, it's a week ago today, it was in a month's time. So I guess it's like, what, 24 days away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So my birthday's in like 24 days. I would love to have 3,000 subscribers here on YouTube. Subscribing's free. It's not, subscribing on Twitch is the one that costs money. Subscribing on YouTube's free. I would love to have the 3,000 subscribers by my birthday. So, I'm always looking for new people, and particularly, and the thing is, even if you don't like play Pokemon, it's still they're pretty easy to follow, and we talk about stuff and whatever. I mean, I'll admit we don't talk about as much general stuff during the strike streams, but we talk about random things. We ask random questions about like different cultures and stuff. Like, everyone's different experiences. Hey, guy, because I'm an English guy who lives in America, for anyone who doesn't know. And so, I talk about a lot of cultural things. Like, hey, is this something that's, like, in your culture? Is this a thing that was, is this a thing that was specific to my family? Is this something that's specific to America? Have you guys had an experience like this? Like, I kind of talk about a lot of stuff like that. So we do have some interesting, conversation topics. And I am going to do a birthday stream that won't be Pokemon. Maybe I'll get into it on my birthday, but I did kind of... So there's a stream idea that I've had for a long time. But I had it, again, and I'll get into the story on my birthday because it's more depressing on my birthday. I'll be more depressing on my birthday about it. But I had a stream idea, and it's something I wanted to kind of keep in my pocket. I wanted to kind of save it for, like... I just wanted to save it for a big moment. And then I thought maybe I could use it for my birthday, but I'd always kind of... been like, I don't know though. But like it would sort of take a lot of work, and I might still need to hold on to that idea, unfortunately, because things are not going well for me right now. I might still need to hold on to that idea, because that idea might be the like, guys, I need help and I'm gonna stream kind of thing, like that stream. So basically I had a different idea though. That's still pretty fun. So I've got a cool game that I want to play on my birthday, a game that's very special to me. So we can do that at least. How long do we have left? Oh, 6 minutes. Oh gosh. Oh Nelly. Oh muffins. Oh gosh, 6 minutes. Maybe we need some more stars and sparkles. Big love from Southeast Asia. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Can I hug the Vivillon, Beau? If I get a shiny and we get to do Union Circle, then yes. Okay. You're not shiny. The Vivillon. Where are these? Maybe it's because I haven't insulted them. In fairness, I've been quite nice to these Vivillon. I've said how nice their patterned wings are and that these are some of the best-looking Vivillon we have in the game. And maybe it's because I haven't insulted butterflies. For context, and those who don't know, I hate butterflies. I think they're ugly and scrunchy, and they're just like... what? They're sort of just like... they're just like sort of cat... Like, no one's like, oh, caterpillars are so cute. They're like, no, people are like, they're creepy and crawly and all that stuff. And just butterflies are caterpillars with wings. Okay? Like, that's all they are. But watch, I'll get a shiny now. Watch me get a shiny. And then I can clip this, and then it can be a short, and I can get 1 million views. Or that they won't shine, and I'll still be here like 3 hours later. Okay. Come on, is this real? Is this really going to be the third time I have to use multiple sandwiches? Really? Really, game? Really? Oh, the sun is setting. We know when the sun is setting. That's not good. That means we're running out of time when the sun sets. Oh gosh, how long do we have left? 5 minutes. Okay, I'm doing too much, aren't I? Theo, you like caterpillars? Oh, well then good. Oh, the furry caterpillars. Psychic is weak to bug. But okay. So okay. I felt like Sarah made a point. Sorry, it's about American. It's about foreign companies and stuff like that. See, Sarah. You made, so just to go back to that point from Sarah, because it was an excellent point. That is a really interesting, excellent point. And it's why, like, actors in America can't get too high on their high horses about, like, being a voice actor or being, like, an English voice for a game. Because for a lot of games, it's like, well, no, the fan base is, like, in, like, Japan and Asia or something. The English voice is more like an accessibility option for a niche group of people in the West, you know. So you can't get too on your high horses. You can't be like, I should be paid triple the normal amount. You know, it's like, no, you're like the English voice of a character that's popular in Japan. Like, so that is a thing where you can't get too high on your high horses. May all your high horses be held. But that's why you can't get too kind of, you know, you can't sort of think too much like, oh, I'm special or anything as a voice actor. There is like a balance to be struck there, because that's kind of the thing. Like, in some ways, we're not as big a deal compared to, say, like some on-screen actor in a movie or something like that. You can't make Deadpool and Wolverine without Deadpool and Wolverine, but you can carry on working away on a video game if, like, the lead character doesn't have a voice. You can still be, you know, animating stuff or working on the physics of the game or whatever it is, you know. So in that sense, like, video game voice actors are a less important cog in the machine for video games. And it's why, sort of, again, when I say earlier, oh, like, part of the strike is, you know, we are going to be, like, a bit less impactful. You know, that's kind of what I mean as well. Like, we are a less integral part of the video game world as voice actors. But we are still an important part of it, and we still deserve some basic rights and sort of treatment and stuff like that, you know? Like, you know, things like not having our industry be destroyed is kind of an important deal to us. So, you know, that's a thing as well. So, yeah, so it's kind of just a thing where, you know, but, you know, it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, we're not, like, so big a deal that, like, oh, we should get all this money and that glory and whatever, but there is just, like, okay, but we're important enough to have certain things and to kind of be owed certain basic fundamental, like, human decency or whatever, you know, whatever it kind of is. In this case, like, a lot of, like, AI protections, you know. You know, in future cases, it may be, well, like, can we just have, like, a sort of more of, like, an industry standard wage or something like that? Something that competes with, like, inflation and greedflation. You know, right, how long we got left? Oh, gosh, 2 minutes. Chat, we need a last flurry of stars and sparkles and sparkles and stars, because I am not feeling optimistic right now. Oh, gosh. I have had shinies on, like, the final seconds of the clock, so I do believe it can happen. But it's going to be a tough one. Right, I need these at Vivillon. Oh, no, 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 no. I needed the Vivillon to despawn. No, 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 no. Beau, no, Beau. Okay, right, Koraidon, get out of here. Make like Harry McIntyre. Okay. Come on. Come on. No, Ceruledge, now is not the time to be doing the glitchy thing. No. Am I going to have to use a salty sandwich? Am I going to begin feeling salty? No. No. Hang on, but this way's probably the better way to go, isn't it? No. Hang on, are you shiny? No. 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 No, I'm just going to say no for the next 2 minutes. No. 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 19 seconds, I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, no, I can't do 19 more seconds after that. No. No. Come on, please. Please. Vivillon. No. No. No, please. I actually, like, lost my voice a bit doing that. Oh, no. 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 Vivillon. 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 Vivillon doo-doo. Vivillon doo-doo-doo-doo. No, that's a Blissey. Oh, no, that's it, isn't it? No. Oh. Dang. Ah. It was an impressively long no, given that I didn't plan it. Like, I just did it. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Forgive me if anyone joined the stream mid-no and thought their sound, like, wasn't working. Like, oh. The no reminds me of the pizza SpongeBob. Give me that pizza SpongeBob. Oh yeah, like the no, yeah, like SpongeBob, no, SpongeBob, no, SpongeBob, no, yeah, yes, Connor, yes. Okay, well the good news is that we're going to be making an easier shiny sandwich this time. Okay, right, here we go. So we're going to get the picnic. We're going to open the picnic. And then we're going to... What's the longest you guys have held the word no for? Let me know in the comments. Okay. So we're going to make a sandwich. We're going to go creative. We're going to go cherry tomatoes. We're going to go on to salty. Actually, funnily enough, we actually might be at a point now. We're almost getting to a point where we actually could just do a salty sandwich, like, every single time. There we go. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit skewed, but you know, we're actually getting to a point though where I almost might not need to make the bitter sandwich every time. But the thing is, the bitter sandwich has brought us so much success, like 5 out of 7, or no, 6 out of 8 even. No, what are we on? No, we did 6. Yesterday was 7. So today is 8, sorry. So yeah, because like, you know, like 5 out of 7 have been with bitter sandwiches. Actually, no, 6 out of 7 have been with... Actually, no, maybe not. No, I think 5 out of 7. I want to say 5 out of 7. Right, here we go. So let's try this again. It is now nighttime. More like a fight time. So let's give this thing a go. Right, you there, Scarlet, what day is this? Scarlet, get every last one of them, dang it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, see, can you not spawn so far away so I can actually look at your little heads and see if they are white or black? Brazil, why would you fail me? Why did Brazil fail me, chat? Brazil. If you understand that reference, kudos. But again, that might just be an English thing. I don't know. Nighttime does make it easier. In theory. In game theory. Okay, let's have a look. Right, all these Vivillon. Oh, come on. Come on! Come on! Do it! Do it now! Right, come on. Come on! Come on! Oh, gosh, right, no. Like, you're a no. You're a no. It's like Oprah, but like, you're a no. And you're a no. And you're a no. At least I think. Although that also just makes it sound like I'm not peeing. You're a no. You're a no. You're a no. Okay. Right, no. Scarlet just stopped working. A little bit. When it does do the weird thing, it's kind of weird. Okay. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh no, Sarah's thing about companies and stuff. Yeah, so no, so it's just one of those things where, you know, but then in addition to that, yeah, companies may not really realize or may not really be willing to pay attention to only like a small part of their marketplace. Now, if I had a business and I was operating in lots of different parts of the world, I would kind of want to make sure that there was like a certain threshold of like quality in every place. So like, for example, like a thing I really believe in is having like a help phone line or something like that, right? Like having an actual human being to talk to. And so if I had a product or service and it was in a bunch of different places that have a bunch of different languages, I would want to make sure I have those different languages in the different places so that there was help for all kinds of people in all kinds of different languages. Like, yes, you know, the base country may have, like more stuff available, but that base level of like, you know, niceness, it would be everywhere and not just, you know, the English place or whatever. So, I don't know. Right, Vivillon is a Vivillon. Dang, come on. Where the heck are these Vivillon? Bah. Okay, come on, where are these Vivillon? Spawn for me, please. I don't think this part of this area is actually a good place to look for Vivillon in, like the beach area. I think you get way more in like the corner and on the hill. So maybe I should kind of like, I don't know, focus on those a little bit more, but tomorrow's Tuesday, innit? Yes, it is. A better employee workplace is better for business anyway. Exactly, Sarah. Right now it's 8:21 p.m. as you can see on the screen, actually. Yeah. So, no, that's exactly it. Sarah, like, guys, let me know, guys, if any of you work, like, because some of you are younger and you're in school, but like, if you guys work or have had jobs or whatever, let me know about this, right? A thing about like a lot of workplaces and stuff. They kind of have all this, like, sort of, like, nonsense to do with, like, team building and, like, exercises and, you know, like, the pizza parties and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, like, stuff like that is good and can create a good workplace. Like, having, like, oh, hey, like, here's pizza for the office or whatever. That's lovely and that's good. So that's not, like, the best example. Oh, shiny! Yes! There we go. I could see one that was different there. It's so nice when you get a whole... Here's another reason why the hill is nice as well. Oh, hang on. The hill is nice because you actually get clusters of them together. So, yes, the Vivillon. Oh, did that just ruin my sparkles? I think that one that flew in the way ruined my sparkles. Right, quick ball, go. Please let this capture. Please. Yes! All right. It's the Nightbot 22-minute game. Guys, how close to 22 minutes do you think we are? Put your guesses in the chat. How, like, 22 minutes on the sandwich, okay? So, how many minutes close to 22? Like, how close to 22 do you think we'll be when I turn on this clock? It's 25:11. If you guessed 25:11, congrats. You win nothing. But yeah, I think maybe we got photobombed there, so that might not be a very good picture. Okay, anyway, Bark. Oh, let's get Sarah Lidge back. So chat, the question is now, we have 25 minutes to hang out with one another and to pal around and to shiny hunt for more Vivillon. How many Vivillon do you think we will get? What do you think? What do you think we'll get? How many do you think we'll get? How do you think it'll go? I don't know. Let me know. So, let me know how you think it'll go. Because my name is Beau. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, so these are all not shiny. But yeah, when you get like a cluster of like 6 of them together, it is much easier to see if like one of them is different. Because even though I wasn't that close, I was like, hang on, wait, one of these is different. One of these has like different lighting or something. Okay, so anyway, Bark. I like that song, Kieran, but, I feel like that almost sounds offensive in a weird way. I'm not saying that you're being rude or offensive, but I think if I sung that out loud, I feel like that could, like, bite me in the bum if, someone was like, listen to him sing this song. Okay, maybe like, hey there, sparkly boy, something like that. Maybe something like that's better. Okay, you there, what day is this? Day to be slaughtered. Okay. But see, can I just point out that's really annoying? We got that less than 5 minutes into the sandwich. Less than 5 minutes. So basically, like, if that other sandwich could have lasted 5 more minutes, we would have been fine. We could have just done one sandwich, done our union circle, and then we would have been good. But no. The game wanted us to make another sandwich. So I guess that's 2 for Salty. 2 for Team Salty. Okay. Anyway, Buck. No, Kieran. No, don't worry. You didn't put anything offensive. You didn't put anything offensive, don't worry. It's just something where I think if I sung that, like, out of context, it could have sounded, like, weird or something like that. Again, let me, like, if you read comments' little song note, let me know if you know what I mean. Like, it's not that it's offensive, but just, like, yeah, that could, like, sound weird if you sung that out loud. Like, if someone just came in and heard me, like, singing that, it could sound a bit weird. It's a bit like when you sort of say, like, it's a bit like when you sort of say, like, the red Power Ranger, and the blue Power Ranger, and the pink Power Ranger, and the yellow Power Ranger, and the white, no, not saying it, like that kind of thing. It's that kind of a thing. But not as bad as that one, because that one just sort of, again, that one's just, like, kind of, it's a bit like, oh, that sounds a bit funny when you, like, again, it depends on, like, how you emphasize the words. But if you emphasize the word slightly wrong, it would sound weird. The game wants us to work for it, Connor. Exactly. So, yeah. Okay. So. Oh, yeah, Yumna. I have. So, this is now my 8th shiny Vivillon. I might even be able to show you a bunch of them. I don't know. I've put a bunch of them in Pokemon Home, though, is the thing. But I might be able to show you on, like, the Pokedex, or something. But we'll get to that in a sec. We'll get to that in, like, 20 minutes' time. Oh, chat, how many more do you think... Okay, so we've got 21 minutes. We got 21 minutes to go. How many Vivillon do you think I'll get? Do you think we'll get just the one? Or do you think we'll now get another one? Do you think we'll get, like, none for the first sandwich, but 2 for the second? Let me know how many more you think I'll get. Kieran's saying, like, 2 more? Or 2 in total? Let me know. Let me know. Ready, set, Beau. Sorry, back to Sarah's point. Sarah made an excellent point, and I still haven't finished it. I keep not finishing Sarah's, like, responses to Sarah's excellent points. But chat, no, let me know this as well, about workplaces and work environments and stuff like that. Look, I think, basically, all that workers really want, right, are obviously, like, you know, decent travel or something like that. They don't want to live a bajillion miles away from where they work. If they can do stuff at home, it's nice to be able to do the stuff at home. It's understandable that some stuff you might have to do in the office or whatever, but, you know, if you can do stuff at home, let people do it at home. You know, it's fine to go in every once in a while, but don't make people go places if they don't have to. So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2, just, like, a decent level of, like, courtesy and respect, like respect for people's time and boundaries and stuff like that, like not making people work after hours, stuff like that. And then, you know, in addition to just, like, you know, being reasonable with the work and how much you know, good hours kind of thing, like, just don't make people work, like, too long and crazy and hard. But then finally, just, like, good pay, and that, to be honest, should kind of be number 1. People are willing to do a lot of stuff if they're just paid well, and you see these articles where it's like, oh, restaurant that increased wages had more people work for them and apply for them and stay with them longer and stuff like that. Because, yeah, why would you, like, work in a restaurant as a waiter, getting paid, like, you know, some, like, minimum wage or something, you know, for, like, some low amount, if you could work in a different restaurant where you're getting paid more? It's like, well, I'm still doing the same thing, but at least I'm getting paid more. Like, you know, it's sort of just, like, a no-brainer, really. You know, like, hey, if you can do a job somewhere else that's not really any worse, but that pays better, like, people are gonna do that, you know. Theo, I just want to be paid. Exactly. Like, that is the thing that most people want. Like, look, we just want to be able to afford a good life. It's like, what's the point of going somewhere for, like, 40 hours a week if, like, you can't even afford, like, your rent and groceries or something, or you can just barely afford that, you know? Like, what's the point? It's like, if you can't afford them anyway, you may as well, like, stay home and not earn anything. And so all people want is money, like, so that, you know, in addition to be able to have the bare necessities of life, please don't sue me, Disney, is just, like, is just being able to afford some cool stuff. Go on a nice vacation. Get that new console, like, the day it comes out, rather than waiting for ages to save up for it. You know, like, that's all people want. They just want to be able to, like, buy some nice stuff periodically. It's like, and what do you, like, so just pay people. Like, if you just pay people well, like, people are willing to put up with a lot of stuff if they're paid well, because at the very least they sort of think, like, oh, this can be a bit stressful at times, or this can be a lot of times, but hey, it's worth it. I get to have, like, outside of my work, I get to have a pretty nice life. And that's it. It's kind of, I don't know, like, you know, So, and not have Karens, exactly. That kind of goes into, like, part of the, I suppose, like, the second point I was making, where it's like, you know, I don't know, like, don't like overpay people, or, you know, just sort of treat them with like a level of like courtesy and respect and stuff like that, you know. Or obviously you might be talking about, say, like the client base or something like that, rather than like your fellow workers. Because yeah, maybe, you know, if you work in an industry with a lot of Karens, but here's the thing: you are more willing and able to tolerate Karens if you're getting paid. Like, if your life outside of your work is great because you're paid well and you can afford nice stuff and you do nice things, then you are going to be way more able to deal with like a Karen who's coming into your business and being a real pain. You are way more able to deal with that if you are like well rested. You get to sleep well at night on a decent mattress from the sponsor of this no, I'm kidding. But like, I had you there though, didn't I? But like, you know, but if you get to eat well, sleep well, like go on vacations, buy your, you know, consoles and games and stuff like that, like if you're able to do all that, if you have like a nice life, you have like good friendships and social stuff and whatever, like if you have a good life outside of your work, you're going to be way more able to like deal with a Karen or something. Rather than, you know, if you're like stressed out and poor and wondering like, how the heck am I going to deal with this? You know, if you've got all these problems in your personal life, it's going to be hard to then deal with the problems in your work life efficiently and healthily, you know. I do apologize if, you know, when we've had times where like, you know, we're like, okay guys, can you write strike in the chat? And then people like don't do it properly or don't do it early. And I'm kind of like, guys, can you you know, if I ever have been like a bit rude, or like, you know, the cracks have shown in my sort of, you know, inability, you know, if I have lost some ability to be patient at times, I do apologize, but it is just because my life is pretty difficult outside of the streams right now, you know. My life, like, sort of 2 years ago, when I started streaming, was a lot more secure and safe than it is right now. So, you know, when it's like, so guys, like, you know, after I say ready, set, Beau, please put strike, you know, in big capital letters, and then like people do it beforehand and they don't write it in capital letters, or they don't really say what they want to do or whatever, you know. It's kind of just like, you know, like, I like to think I'm pretty patient and stuff, but I do apologize, but that's just my personal example. That's just my kind of example of where, like, you know, if your life is kind of like stressful and stuff out of work, how can people be expected to perform well in their work? You know, if their work, say, if their work isn't then making their outside life worth it, then their work isn't going to be as good either, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, Louis, hello. Oh, Sarah, you're a private music teacher, so dealing with scary parents and your pay is low because you're still a student and not about to charge a lot since you're not a professional. Oh, that's interesting. And then when you were a waiter, they didn't train you at all, but the pay was nice, so you didn't complain. Right. Like, again, if you're paid nice, you kind of do put up with more. And I don't mean that in an unhealthy way. Like, please never put up with stuff that's like really unhealthy. But I just mean you're going to have like a bit more patience. You're going to be a bit more tolerant. You're going to be a bit more energized and refreshed if like your life is better outside of your work. And how is your life better outside your work? If you have more money. So it's kind of like, yeah, you know, like just pay people well, and they're gonna like, if like just like, I think one of the most I think there are studies that have proved this. Please don't like quote me on this, because I don't like saying I think that there are studies that have proved this, and then I'm not like quoting a specific study. But like, when you just pay, like, paying people well is just one of the easiest ways though to just like boost morale. You know, like, obviously there are still other things you have to have, like, you know, your business has to be organized, but there are all these like things you can do, like, oh, well, what if we go on like a work retreat or blah blah blah. It's like, no, just pay people. Just use that money for the retreat and pay people. I think it is that simple for a lot of people and a lot of jobs and a lot of industries. Some things, yeah, you gotta have a good thing in place, you know. Some jobs are very stressful, and if you like don't have enough people hired, or you don't train people well enough, or, you know, or you don't screen people, who, you know, so you get some people who are not very good at the job or something, who can't handle it. You know, like those are all factors. But oh, Louis, hang on, your friend who. You got a friend to sub. Oh, well, thank you. She says you sound like you're doing a TED Talk. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm not normally this serious. I promise they're not normally this serious, but pretty sure companies try to hide them so they can Ooh, Sarah, now that's getting into the meat of things, isn't it? But yeah, so Louis' friend, hi. Sorry, let's talk about something a little less serious, shall we? Okay. Okay. Who here in chat has tried horchata? And forgive me if I've just said the name of it wrong. There are some people where I'm suspecting the answer is yes, but who has had horchata? If you have, do you like it? If you know what it is but you haven't had it, let me know like how you heard about it and if you're curious about it. And if you haven't heard about it, I'll talk about it in a second. Because I'm interested. Like I've seen it about, and I kind of can't imagine what it would sort of fully taste like and stuff like that. So, but I'm curious about it. I've seen it made by a couple of like people on YouTube, and it looks like it's quite nice. So I'm interested in it. Yeah. Okay. Did Xander? So I did say it right or whatever, right? Oh, Theo says horchata yummy. You've only had it once though. Yeah, it's like a rice drink. So basically, you kind of like, and forgive me if this is kind of wrong or if I get any ingredients wrong or anything here. So you kind of like toast up some rice with some like sort of like some spices, so like cinnamon, I think star anise or star anise, like that kind of thing, right? So you kind of toast up some rice. I don't think you necessarily have to toast it, but then you basically then like take your rice and spices and then you blend it up with water and you like strain it so you don't get like lumps or whatever. And then you can add like sweetened condensed milk and maybe like vanilla or something like that. So it's kind of like this like sweet rice drink or whatever. Maybe not dissimilar to like rice milk. Maybe it's like rice milk advanced. I don't really know how they make rice milk. If rice milk is like oat milk, then honestly, horchata kind of looks like some kind of like amped up rice milk. Like if rice milk is made in the same way as like oat milk, because oat milk is kind of just like blending and straining water and oats and stuff like that. So horchata kind of looks similar in that regard. But no, it shouldn't be alcoholic. Kind of reminds you of almond milk. Exactly, right, Sarah? Like, that's kind of the thing I'm thinking. But yeah, it's like a sweet dairy-free beverage. It's kind of like milk. You could, like, mix it in with your coffee. I think, like, the guy whose video I watched earlier, like, said you can, like, add it to coffee and stuff like that. So, like, that's a nice way to have it as well. But yeah, it's interesting, but it's nice to know that Theo had it and enjoyed it. But see, this is the kind of stuff you can enjoy hearing me talk about here on Beau Video Games. Okay, how many people here in chat have ever had a crumpet? Because I can't describe what a crumpet is like. There's not like for a lot of things. Like if someone says, like, oh, what's like. Oh, well, do you have biscuits in England? It's like, well, scones are basically like biscuits. They're like pretty much identical. There are like a couple of things that are, not the same. Like in the UK, like buttermilk isn't really a commonly used ingredient. But so, so like buttermilk biscuits or buttermilk scones like aren't a thing. But yeah, but like, who's ever had a crumpet? And if you did you like it? Has Theo had a crumpet? Yumna. Crumpets a lamau. So I like saying lamau. Wait, hang on. There are people who haven't even heard of crumpets, or are we still talking about horchata? Oh, Theo, you have had a crumpet recently. Oh my gosh. Sorry, that's funny. It wasn't particularly exciting, but I still blame that on America. No, they're not. Well, that's the thing. Crumpets are hard to describe. Louis loves crumpets. Oh, Louis, you and your friend are watching, and her name is San. So is it San or San? Let me know if it's like San or San. But Louis and San, or Louis and San, let me know. If it's San, put S-A-N-N. If it's San, put S-A-H-N. And then I'll know how to do it. Oh, Kieran, you're just now realizing what Crumpet is. I don't think they're in Lunchables. Okay, so it's San. So hi, San. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the like heavy talk about like businesses and stuff and the TED Talk thing. I mean, I will get into that stuff sometimes, but usually we just talk about stuff like, again, like food, like who's had a crumpet? Like that is a bit more like, chat, back me up on this, okay? Even if you're like, Beau, you kind of, no, shut up. No, we do talk about like, again, like random foods and cultural things. Again, because I'm sort of, I don't want to say a fish out of water, because like America is my home and I love it. And again, I think part of why I love America is because ultimately there are parts about America that just kind of fit me more. There are parts of me that didn't fit England. There are parts of me that do fit England, and that I hope America takes on itself or whatever. But how long do we have left, by the way? 8 minutes. Oh gosh. Okay, guys, if you would like a Sant'Isana squashed savannah, if you would like a savannah, Brazilian Vivillon yourself, not a shiny one, just a regular one. As we've been doing in the community circle, union circle, all that stuff. If you would like to do that, please prep your games for 8 minutes from now or whatever, and then we'll do that, and then we can call that it for the stream. Show me potato salad. So yeah, Misatuza. Mooncakes. I've never had a mooncake. I've seen them. They're so pretty. A Cracker Barrel biscuit. But yeah. But no, crumpets. Crumpets are kind of like, so. I would describe them as being in like the bread family. They're sort of more dense, though. Something like an English muffin I would describe as, like, sort of kind of dense, but they're still sort of fluffy on the inside. A crumpet is, like, I would say it's quite doughy and dense. If you imagined a bread that's quite doughy and dense, and it's not really, like, soft or any soft or fluffy in the middle. Like, crumpets aren't really fluffy, I would say. They're kind of just, like, dense and bready. But they're nice though. But they've got this like interesting like little bit of like a twang to them or something. And if you have them like hot with butter, they're nice. Like they are good. But I don't really know how you make them. And a lot of people when they do home make them make like these like massive ones or something. But they're sort of like yeasted, so they are like bread. Maybe honestly, in some ways, the closest thing would kind of be like a savory, denser donut, because a donut's still kind of fluffy in the middle, but it'd be like a more savory, denser, doughier donut. If you kind of like, I don't know, but because I describe them as quite doughy and dense is how I describe a crumpet. But they're really hard to explain because there's kind of nothing like them. Like if I said like, oh, if you've never had a Malteser, have you had a Whopper? Not like a Burger King Whopper, but there are these like chocolate malted balls called Whoppers, and so it's like, oh, Maltesers are like Whoppers, but I personally think Maltesers are better than Whoppers, but like, I can say that, if I'm sort of like, oh, a Three Musketeers, if you're in the UK and you like Three Musketeers, try a Milky Way, and if you're like, no, Milky Way has the caramel in it, it's like, no, that's a Mars bar, but like, it's all very confusing. But with a crumpet, crumpets are so unique, they're like hard to describe. Dense, doughy dough, exactly. But, yeah, mozzarella sticks. I've had mozzarella sticks a couple of times. They're pretty good. The only thing about them is I actually find them a bit... They're almost like a bit plain. Because, like, mozzarella is, like, sort of quite a... It's sort of a more neutral cheese. Like, it's not particularly funky or tangy or anything like that. Mozzarella's kind of more of a neutral thing. So, like, mozzarella sticks are quite a neutral thing, but I guess that's why you like serve them with like a sauce or whatever. Like part of the experience is like, say, dipping them in like a tomato sauce or something. Yeah, okay. But yeah, if you ever get to try a crumpet, it's an interesting experience. Same with black pudding. For anyone who's not a vegetarian, I've only had black pudding once. There was something about the taste of it that was familiar, but I've never been able to explain it. I've never, like, been able to think of, like... And I can kind of still taste black pudding, even though it's been, like, a decade since that decade ago since I tried it. But, like, I can't... I'm like, I know this reminds me of something, but I can't think what. And, like, I don't know. Just... But, like, black pudding, it's an interesting one. And black pudding is not sweet for any... If anyone doesn't know what black pudding is, it's not sweet. Because it has the word pudding in. It's not sweet. It's like a... It's a blood sausage, which sounds weird. But yeah, okay. Oh, Louis has to go. Does San have to go as well? Whopper, 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 whopper. Malamar's eating Malamars. I know, right? I've never had a... Oh, I've never had a Malamar, though. Okay. But yeah, black pudding. But black pudding, basically, if you like sort of like pork sausage, you would... Black pudding is definitely worth a try. Like, if you like breakfast sausage and pork sausage, I would give black pudding a try. It's very interesting. If you get the chance. If you're in France, give it a chance. No, I don't know if you can find it in France. Maybe they have it in France. Because, like, Europe, I don't know. But, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go back up the hill, I think. Oh, Beau, have you ever drink glass jelly drink? I don't know what glass jelly drink is, so I'm leaning towards no. Like, I've never had anything like a Jello shot, for example. But jelly drink? Jelly drink? Jelly drink? I've never had jelly drink, I don't think. In the UK, there used to be these milkshakes that they were sort of like in concentrate, so like... They were like these bottles of like concentrated flavor, and then you'd sort of pour this little amount of liquid in the bottom of the glass, and then you top it up with milk. And because a lot of milkshakes come in like powdered form, but this was like a liquid. It's like a concentrated liquid that you then add milk to. And it was called Shaky Jake, and it came in a bottle shaped like a sort of rotund man. And the advert would sort of go, Shaky Jake, he's a real milkshake, wibble, wibble, wom, wom. And I remember that. But I don't know about jelly drink. It's more like tea with grass jelly. No, I never heard of that. Never heard of that at all. Sounds interesting, though. I don't know if texturally I'd like it. Because I don't like boba. I'm really sorry. I like the drinks that boba's in, but boba are just... It's like too soft and mushy on the outside, and it's too hard and chewy on the inside. I don't like it. It's not a texture that my growing up in England palate is particularly accustomed to. We've got 2 minutes left, guys. For those of you who thought we would get another Vivillon, the odds are growing ever slimmer that we will get a second. But yeah, wow, Brazil. Brazil has been a bit of a slower Vivillon hunt, hasn't it? But okay. That's okay, though. Anyway, Buck. Oh, is that one shiny? No. Dang. Dang. 9. Oh, come on. Let's go this way. Okay, let's go this way. I know that this area isn't as good for the Vivillon shiny hunting. Vivillon. Do-do-do-do-do. Vivillon is the champion. Okay. Oh, gosh. Nope. They're not shiny. Beau doesn't like boba. I know. The irony. Xander, meanwhile, your sisters love it. Oh, the boba is only good when it's hot. Oh, now that's interesting. Well, I might have to do that because I've only had it for, like, cold drinks. You got to realize I live in LA, so a lot of people like iced drinks. See, chat, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I probably have. I do not like iced tea. And I'll tell you for why. Because I grew up in England. And in England, we have hot tea. And when you have a childhood drinking hot tea, you get used to the flavor profile of tea being associated with, like, hot liquid, right? And so basically, when you have, you know, like this thing that you're used to being hot, be like ice cold, that's just like an unpleasant experience. Because again, I grew up in a thing where like if you let your tea get cold, it's like, oh, that's gross kind of thing. Like, oh, my tea's cold. Like that's like a gross thing in England. So having like a sort of deliberately cold tea it's kind of just like when you've drunk your tea when you forgot about it, you know? Like iced tea to me is just the same as like forgetting I made a cup of tea or whatever. Oh crud, I left my tea in the other room. Like, I forgot my tea, I left it in the other room or whatever it is. So I don't like iced tea. And the way I would describe it is if you're used to like, say if you're used to something like cola, be it Coca or Pepsi, have you ever had like a flat Coke? Like, have you ever like seen a bottle of Coke or Pepsi and been like, oh, is this still good? And then you pour out a glass and you have some and you're like, it's flat kind of thing, right? It doesn't really taste different. It's more of it's because the texture's different. But like, because that texture is different, you know, like flat cola is like, okay, I think that's it. Yeah. So like flat cola though is like unpleasant. And so that's kind of what iced tea is like to me. So, okay. What is my favorite kind of tea? Just like a black English breakfast tea is my favorite. I don't really actually like tea that much. The thing about a black English breakfast tea... Well, actually, no. Black... hang on. Black... Because actually, I like green tea. But black English breakfast tea... The thing about black English breakfast tea... So if you would like to play along, we're going to connect to the internet, and then we're going to connect to the... and then we'll connect to the Union Circle, and we'll do all that, okay? So, we're going to connect to the internet. We're going to... Portal. Oh, get yourselves an Annihilate and a King Gambit, if you can. Right, let's go on the Poké Portal. Let's go Union Circle. Let's form a group. So this is if you would like a Vivillon that is the Savannah Vivillon. Obviously, it's not going to be shiny. This is just about catching one for your game. If you would like to have one of every Vivillon for your game, for your Pokemon home, for whatever. So let's gather a group. And then we'll kind of call this it for today, okay? So 86PJ24. That's 86PJ as in pajama and 24. The year 2024. 86PJ24. Okay, Kieran is in. Conowat is in. And Theo is in. So, okay. So if you would like to play, but you didn't make it into this group... Please let me know by writing Spade in big capital letters, the way that Tenchi has. So if you would like one of these Vivillon yourself, and Darkness has done it. Darkness, my old friend. Oh no, Sarah's Wi-Fi disconnected. Oh, hang on. Ooh. 86 pajamas in 2024. Exactly, Xander. You get it. Okay, so we might need to get Sarah in on another one. I don't know if anyone... Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, wait, no. Sarah never made it into this one in the first place. So, no, we're good. Okay, so we might need to do an extra... Okay, so we might need to do 2 extra groups. So we will try and do this as quickly as possible, if that's okay. Because we have a load of people who want to play, and only 3 slots at a time. Okay, whoa, I thought my avatar changed there, because we were all overlapping with each other. I was really scared. I was like, wait, when did my avatar change? Okay. So, here we go. The Miraidon is flying. It's flying. Okay, if you see any Floettes, destroy every last one of them. And then we will do this. No, that's okay, Sarah. That's okay. I thought you were saying you would, like, join the group and you disconnected. And I was a bit like, was Sarah in the group? But yeah, no, this is fine. Okay, so, right, let's have a look. Any Vivillon spawning? I can't see them. Okay, get out of here, Floette. But yeah, no. So tea. So, okay, so here's my thing about tea. A good black English breakfast tea, like sweetened perfectly or whatever, is probably like the best thing. The problem is that like like back in England, because like my family would like make tea all day. They'd be like, oh, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of tea? Oh, here's a Vivillon. Right, we got one. We have one. I don't know who. Okay, so we got one here. So, okay, Dana is fighting with it. So we will. Oh no. Okay. Right. So please make sure you do have a good Pokemon capable of catching. If you would like to, okay, so there's a couple of Vivillon here that are not the right kind of Vivillon. So we'll just try and eliminate every last one of them. Right, we'll be going up the mountain. Yes, we will. No, we won't really. That mountain's way too tall. We'll be going up the mountain. No, we won't. So let's have a look. I think let's go back to the corner and the beach. You are still in battle. Dana. Oh, nope, that's the wrong kind of Vivillon. Dang it. Let's see if we can find some more Vivillon. That's a Float. Get out of here, Float. You're a great big phony. You're a big phony. I don't know. Come on, because we have loads of people who want Vivillons today. Too many people, dare I say. No, not too many people. You guys are never too many. Maybe if there were like 24 of you, it would be too many. But we're fine to do 2 other groups. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, here we go. There's one under the tree. Under the tree. Under the tree. So please make sure you don't catch more than one. Because we've got a lot of people and a lot of Vivillon to get through. So please only catch one. Oh, I found another. I found another near the beach. I'm jumping up and down. I am jumping up and down near the Vivillon. If you can see me jumping up and down. Okay. Kieran, did you get it? So does that mean you got it, Kieran, yeah? Because if you got it and if you're good... Okay, yep, Kieran got one. Okay, it just said that on the screen. Excellent. So Kieran got one, nice. So then, who else needs one? We got Connor. Oh, okay, Kieran's actually, like, left the group. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone can now join this group. If you want to try 86PJW, but I don't think it works that way. Actually, no, don't try it. Don't try it. It doesn't work. Oh, Conowat got one. Okay, so we had Conowat, we had Kieran. So Theo, did you get yours? Or are you still in battle with yours? Wait, are you still in battle with yours? Oh, gosh. What kind of Pokeballs are you using? Is everything okay here? Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I don't see any movement. You've got your bug balls, right? And have you, like, paralyzed it or got it to low health or anything? Wait, what are we switching to? Oh, cat's going nuts. What's going on here? Okay. Ah! Zetinketon. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Oh, it broke out. But yeah, do you have anything to, like, status it with or false swipe it? I will start highly recommending that because it does slow things down when they are stuck, because they're very annoying to catch at full health. So did Dene not have, like, Thunder Wave or something like that? It's a shame if not. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. We can keep going for a little bit. But no, you're good, Theo. Don't worry. No need to apologize. I think Conowat's now got a second one. But come on, Theo. Okay, Pokeball, go. Yes! All right. So are you guys all good now? I will wait like 15 seconds just to make sure. But, oh, it had Super Fang. Oh, Super Fang, it's Super Fangio. Okay, so well done. Okay, so are you guys all good? If you are all good, then I am gonna disband the group and then reband the group. So if everyone's good, no, Theo, no need to apologize at all, okay? Don't worry. Again, it happens, it happens. Right, we're gonna disband the group. And then, group disbanded. Okay, so Team 2, so for the rest of you, those who weren't able to join before, we'll quickly... Again, there were 4 of you, so one of you's not going to get in. It's WNVPDT. That's WNVPD. Would never very perfectly deteriorate Tom. Okay. No, Theo, you're not bad at the game. You're doing everything right. It's just sometimes luck is not on your side. It happens, so don't worry. Oh, Tenchi got an ad. Well, it's a race between Tenchi and Yumna. The race is on between Tenchi and Yumna. So we've got Darkness, my old friend, and Sarah, my other friend. Okay. But WNVPD. Okay, so we're going to set out together. Satella, hi. Oh, Yumna. I thought you said Spade earlier. Hold on, I'm going to go back. Oh, you said Spade. Oh, so you don't want to play? You don't want to get one? Because you can. I don't mind doing a group for you. Otherwise, this will be the final group. Oh, hey. We're here. Okay. Okay, well, if you change your mind in the next 5 minutes, let me know. Otherwise, this will be the final group for today. Okay, you can watch. Okay, no worries. Yeah, we came up with the heart and the spade system just so I knew, like, who was playing and who wasn't playing and stuff like that, but also, like, to let me know who's interested in playing. Oh my gosh, the cat's going nuts. Again, you would think he's dying. If you can hear that cat in the background, you would think he's dying. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, Beau, you need to leave right now. You need to pause the stream and go help that poor cat. No, he's just that indignant. He's just very rude. Very demanding. And he's very... Okay, there's a Vivillon. Okay, so there's one ahead. Right here. So I think, is this going to be Zane getting this one? I can't tell. And then we got Tenchi here. So knocking out the incorrect Vivillon. And then here we go. But yes. Right. Okay. Cats are always so dramatic. They can be. They certainly can be. Oh, here we go. Here's one. There's one between... There's two... There are two here, but then there's one sneaking around between them. So if you can... hang on. I'll ride my Koraidon. So, Tenchi, were you there? I feel like you were following me. There you are. With the Typhlosion. I thought you had the other kind of Typhlosion a minute ago, but maybe I'm going mad. Mad. They said I was mad. Okay. So, so Sarah, are you the one who... So, Zane found one, Tenchi found one, so we just need to get one for Sarah, right? Okay, let's find one for Sarah. Dinner. Oh, here we go, on the hill. Are you behind me, Sarah? There's one right here. Oh, no, I startled it. Okay. But, here we go. And by here we go, I mean here we go. Okay, lovely stuff. Right. The Johto Flosion or whatever. But nice. No, yeah, I like a classic Johto Typhlosion. Eruption strats are very good. Is that a shiny Haxorus? Ah, showboating. Now, where did you get your shiny Haxorus? Was it in this game? Was it traded from Pokemon Black and White 2? Was it from Pokemon Go? These are the questions that I must ask. But no, nice Haxorus, though. Nice Haxorus. That Typhlosion looks pretty wild from a distance. Bop in the head. It's at a rave. Oh, now it's stopped. I prefer my Typhlosions to be raving. Thank you very much. So, who has got their Vivillon? Who knocked out their Vivillon? Who is just waiting for everyone else to get their Vivillons? Sarah got Vivillon. So, is it just Tenchi now? Is it just Tenchi? Does it have Will-O-Wisp? Do we dare go for a Will-O-Wisp strat? Oh no! I got a surprise fancy Vivillon. So Darkness, my old friend, you got one. Ononox is the Japanese name of Haprith. Ah. It was in a raid. Ooh, nice. Theo, you should go with the last group if you do this again. No, Theo, I will not have Theo slander on my channel, even if it comes from Theo. No Theo, I'll have to add it to the rules. No Theo slandering. Otherwise, Xander the Hammer. Theo, you are hereby receiving the hammer for slandering Theo. Tenchi got a Vivillon. Okay, so I think. No, everyone's going to be here anyway. So I think everyone's good now, right? Is everyone good now? Ooh, shiny. Oh, no, it's not. That's a classic. So I was mistaking it for the Hisuian one. So I was like, oh, it's great. Like, I was thinking, like, it's the Hisuian, and the green is shiny for the Hisuian. But no, sorry, I'm being a ding-dong. Ding-dong, merrily on high. Glow. Right, okay. We are done. Well, I think so. I think Tenchi's like, I can get another. No, are you guys all good now? Are you guys all good now? Did everyone get one? I am going to be closing this group in about 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, unlucky some say, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, speak now, forever hold your peace, 6, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a disbanded group tree. There we go. Okay, chat, we are now we're up to 8 shiny Vivillon. We have 8 shiny Vivillon. Is that wild? No, just the Vivillon are, because they're wild Pokemon. No, that is 8 Vivillon. Tomorrow, Tuesday the 10th, at 7:30 p.m., we will be going for our 9th. Do you know what the 9th is? It's halfway. Tomorrow, provided we are successful, we are going to be halfway through this challenge. This countdown to Christmas. I can't believe it. We're doing so well, and I really appreciate you guys joining me on this very random little side journey in my shiny hunting adventures. So thank you. Thank you very, 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 very much. I'm going to go and chill for the evening. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with more Vivillon. So yeah, and with more Dynamax Adventures. So Dynamax Adventures at 2 p.m, Shiny Vivillon at 7:30. It should all be good in the hood. But yeah, again, just thank you for all your love and support. Please click like on the stream if you haven't already. I have not said that enough today, I don't think. I kind of got complacent after the success of yesterday. Yumna, thank you so much for joining in. And yeah, and if you want to tell other people, please do. I love seeing new people, whether it's for the Dynamax Adventures or the Vivillon. I love to see new people. Right, take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.